Hello again, it's me, Amy. Excuse me. I uh, was planning on filming a make your bed video for you today to show you how to make your bed, or at least how I make my bed. And actually, I had started to earlier today, and then I stopped because I wanted to film it, so I started undoing it. And then I got distracted and I was paying bills. And then I got distracted and had some cheese and I was about to bust open some Cheez-Its because it's like 10 o'clock at night. And I didn't have dinner because my cook / my husband is gone for an overnighter camp out with our son for scouts. And so he's gone. And so my other 3 kids already ate while I was at rehearsal. And then I came home to just snacking and stuff. And I'm kind of at the point where I don't want to make my bed because I'm about to climb into it. But I probably should still make my bed even though I'm about to climb into it. But I kind of don't. Because unfortunately, I'm one of those who has an obnoxious amount of throw pillows. They're over there on the other side of the bed. We have 6, and then that's how my husband does his clothes. He just leaves them in a laundry basket on top of the dresser. And that's fine, whatever. I can't complain. My, ginormous pile. Oops. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn the camera around, if I can figure it out. I don't know that I can, because I'm not that smart. Did I figure out how to do it? No. So I will just flip you around so you can see my messy house. And that's my clean pile of clothes. And I'm just slightly overwhelmed with the mounds and mounds of makeup that I still have yet to put away that are on my dresser right there, even though my drawers are completely filled with, this is just one drawer of eyeshadow palettes. If you don't know makeup, this isn't going to mean anything to you, but this is just concealers and foundation and overwhelm. But anyway, so I thought I would just film a video of just me rambling again, checking in. It's been a month or so. I don't know how long it's been since we've chatted. But I did want to kind of check in and see how you all are doing. And just let you know that it's okay that at 10 o'clock at night that your bed's still not made. One step at a time. We introduced something to our kids right when summer started, just to kind of get our house kind of in order, and so I wouldn't feel so overwhelmed with just mess and kids, and and it seems so silly and so stupid of like, what's the problem? Like, it's your job, you're a mom, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're really lucky to be able to stay at home with your kids and not have to go get like a real 9-to-5 job and then have to come home on top of a real job. By no means do I mean like real job in any negative or derogatory term. I mean like having to leave the house like in clothes other than sweatpants. And God bless the women, the stay-at-home moms who like actually wear clothes other than yoga pants. And I have no pants Tuesday and no pants Thursday, where most clothing is optional in my house if I can help it. Just because I just want to not have to worry about it, because every time I do laundry and then I see my kids wearing the clothes I just washed, I think, you're wearing that again? Like, why are you wearing clothes again? Because it's just never ending. And same thing with dishes. Like, I just washed those. Why are you eating again? And because they have to. Um, anyway, so I came up with, well, I didn't come up with the idea. Like, I got the idea from a YouTuber, who she also came up with the idea and kind of came up with her own system. I came up with my own system from the idea that I got from She's in Her Apron, Kimmy, and she's adorable, for zones. And there are only 4 zones that my kids have to do, that they all take turns. They're in charge of it for a week. And it's just made our lives a little bit easier. They alternate between a difficult zone and an easy zone. So, the most difficult zones would be the living room and the kitchen, and the easiest zones are the dining room and the entryway / hallway / bathroom. And, the easy zones take 5 minutes tops to do in a day, because it's just easy maintenance. The hardest zones take maybe 20 minutes to do a day, and that's cleaning up after a meal. And I require the kids have to do, they are required to do responsibilities prior to them having any electronic time, whether it's TV time, a tablet, a cell phone, computer, 2DS, any kind of gaming system, Xbox, Wii, Switch, anything. So the order of operation in our house is they wake up, have scripture study, prayer, make their bed, breakfast, get dressed, brush teeth, do their zone, and then they have to do 2 additional chores. So, maybe spend 15 minutes in cleaning up their room if it needs to be cleaned. And then I would pick a chore, whether it's like sweep off the front porch, go clean out the car, dust a particular room, wipe, clean all the mirrors in the house, something that doesn't take more than 5 minutes, in addition to any other thing. Then have lunch, and then after lunch, they have full reign. If they choose not to do their zone and their responsibility list, they just don't play electronics, and that's up to them. So some of the kids already have not, some of the days, not played electronics, and they were fine with it. They played with toys, they got to read, and they were okay with it. And then the next day, they decided to do their zone. They got, and they did all their responsibilities. And it's been working out pretty great, because the house, for the most part, other than, just some of the clutter of just not having a big enough house for the amount of stuff we have. And they leave to go spend 5 weeks with their grandparents, which we're all super excited about. And so during that time, we're going to declutter the house a little bit. We'll be able to go through clothes a little bit easier and faster, stained, too small, ripped, old, clothes, shoes, books, toys that they don't play with anymore. We'll be able to go through their stuff easier and faster without them here, redo their rooms. I can go through my stuff without bodies distracting me, fighting. Although the fighting has actually been quite minimal too, since we've incorporated the zone. So that's been a tremendous help as well. And, it kind of puts them back on them of like, Mom, can I play with this? Mom, can I do this? Mom? And it's like, hey, did you do your list? And if they don't, they don't even ask me anymore. They just know if they don't do those things, then they don't get to play. And I know that if they start playing with an electronic, that they've done their zone, and I'll just do a quick sweep around whatever room, check their bed, I'll check their toothbrush, I'll check, check the, the dishwasher to see if a bowl is in there for breakfast, whatever. I might ask them things of, what they had or whatever, what they ate for breakfast, and another kid might corroborate a story, whatever. It's been great. I'm just going to put it that way. And I've been able to, and because of this, Me and my husband are in a show right now, and so we've been able to trust the kids more because of this. They've stepped up with their responsibility, especially our oldest, that we are not having to take them to rehearsal, that we can actually leave them at home, because we can let them play their electronics. Whereas before, if they hadn't done what we told them to do, we'd have to take them with, because it's like, well, they're not going to play electronics. We can't monitor them because we are not home to make sure they're going to not do what they're not allowed to do. And so it's just been great because it's just worked out all the way around. Anyway, that's that. So yeah. So I'm gonna give myself a break tonight of not like making my bed fully, or not like doing my part. I actually really wanted to surprise my husband with a clean bedroom, but today just kind of got away from me. And that's okay. I'm gonna cut myself some slack. I'm gonna give myself a break. It's been kind of a whirlwind of a life. I'm sure you guys feel me there. There's just a lot going on in the wings, I guess you could say, or in the background, behind the scenes of our lives, that just make just kind of everyday living a little bit difficult. And so the kids taking off for 5 weeks is a nice break, and it's going to be good for me and hubby. It's going to be good for the kids to reconnect with family, and we can all just enjoy the time away from each other so that we can miss each other and then reconnect again. And it's okay to not want to be around your kids. I said that in a previous video. It's okay. It's not selfish at all. It's actually selfish to try and to force yourself, and stretch yourself beyond what you're capable of. You need to really allow yourself that space to give yourself some time to do what you need to do to regroup and refocus. And doing theater is my thing, and so I'm really excited to jump in and get going again and kind of let this recharge my battery. And anyway, so hopefully the next video you see will for real be make your bed tutorial. Not that you need to know how to make a bed, but maybe you do. Everybody has their own way. Mine's super simple. The only thing that's not simple about it is just the ridiculous amount of pillows I have. But I think they look pretty, because other than a flat sheet and a really soft blankie that goes under my outer blankie quilt, it's not a quilt. I don't know what it's called. It's just a comforter. It's not a comforter. It's a thin, I don't know what it's called, people. You tell me when you see it. When you see me in the next one, you tell me what my blanket is called. Maybe it's just called a blanket, but it has matching shams, so it's a set. It's something. It's a something. So maybe it is still a comforter, even if it's not like the thick plush, thick filledness. I don't know. I apologize for the shaky hand. It was a weird night tonight. That's for another time. All right, you guys take care of each other, and be kind to one another. Most important, be kind to yourself. And I will see you next time.